Part 1 of your Unit 7 study guide. Alright, so starting with number 1, we're just going to go over these quickly. If the temperature was 14 degrees and then dropped 20 degrees, okay, so we have positive 14 and we are going to subtract 20. So I always think of it like money. If I have $14 but I owed someone 20, I still owe them $6. So he will be at negative 6 degrees at 6 a.m. or the temperature is negative 6 degrees at 6 a.m. Alright, number 2, true or false. Remember, when you see these lines, it means absolute value, which means the distance from 0. Remember, distance from 0 is positive. So that is saying that 9 is greater than 8, and that is true because of absolute value and distance from 0. Okay, so I'm just going to say distance from 0 and absolute value. Okay, moving on to number 3. True or false? Explain how you know that the absolute value of negative 9 is greater than or equal to 9. So absolute value again means how the distance from 0 and it's positive. So 9 is greater than 9, greater than or equal to, and we know this to be true because 9 equals 9. Alright, find the sum for number 4. So for number 4, and remember, if you need to pause this at any time, that is fine as well. Take your time. Use this to go over tonight to study for your test. Alright, negative 24 plus 36. So again, think about it as you owe someone $24, and then all of a sudden you made $36. How much do you have left? So once you get rid of that negative 24, basically we're saying 36 subtract 24, and we have 12 left over. All right? And if you're still struggling with these rules, I would draw a number line and count from the number line. Start at negative 24 and count up positive 36 spaces, and you would be at 12. All right, number 5, what other expressions are equivalent or is equivalent to 20 plus 5? Well, 20 plus 5 is 25, so we want to see what else equals 25. So negative 20 plus 5. Well, again, let's think of it like money. We owe someone $20, but we only have 5. So that means we still owe them $15. Okay? 20 minus negative 5. Remember, when it's two minuses, it becomes a plus. So we're just like saying 20 plus 5, which equals 25. And that's what we wanted, so B is one answer. Negative 20 subtract negative 5. So again, remember, we make this a plus because negative negative makes a plus. So again, negative 20 plus a positive 5 gives us a negative 15. And then 20 plus negative 5. So because there wasn't two negatives, we still have to subtract this from 20, which gives us 15. So the only answer for here was B. All right, number 6, we have same thing except negative 20 plus 5. So again, you owe someone $20, you only have 5, so you have negative 15 you still need to pay them. Negative 20 plus negative 5, they're both negative, so we're going to combine them and make them negative 25. Remember, minus a minus becomes a plus, so this means positive 25. Same thing here, minus a minus becomes a plus, so negative 20 plus 5 is going to be negative 15, which is our answer. And then for the last one, negative 20 minus 5 more is negative 25. So the only one for this one is C. Okay. Number 7, Mary has $200 in her bank account. She buys an iPad. So if she has $200, but she spends $210, that means she still owes $10. But then she gets $60 for babysitting. So once she pays off that $10 she owed, she now has $50 in her account. All right, number 8. Which point on the number line represents negative 3.5? Okay, so we know that the actual point of negative 3.5 on here is going to be between negative 4 and negative 3, which is Q. Okay, but then it says what is the absolute value of that point. So remember, absolute value means what is the positive of that point. So we want the positive of the absolute value. So this is positive 3.5, which would be at R. So this one has multiple answers. So for the second answer, we have 3.5 in R. For the first answer, we have Q. All right, number 9. Friday's temperature is between Monday and Wednesday. So at negative 9 is Monday and negative 2 is Wednesday. We need to know what points are in between this because it says what could Friday's temperature be if it's between those. So remember, the numbers between negative 9 and negative 2 would be negative 8, negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, or negative 3. Okay, so those would be in between. So if you pick any of those numbers, your answer would have been correct. Number 10, if graphed on a number line, how far apart could Monday and Tuesday be? So if Monday is negative 9 and Tuesday is 8, okay, so we are going to make a graph for this and plot it with our 0 in the middle. We have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 4, negative 5, negative 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got to count how many spaces that is. So starting at negative 9, I'm going to count to get to positive 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 spaces. All right. And number 11, write an inequality to show the relationship between 3 and negative 7. Well, we know 3 is obviously greater than negative 7 because positive is always greater than negative. So make sure you know how to write your signs. Another way you could have said it is negative 7 is less than 3. So either one of these would have worked. Again, number 12, you've got to know your signs. H is less than 5. So if H is less than 5, any number less than 5 works. So this could be B, C, or any negatives, so that would be E. So B, C, and E. All right, so that concludes part 1 of your study guide. We will be doing part 2 next.